What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Reno Black, aka Hot, back at you with another reaction video. Man, today we got the legendary, the big homie, the late Kevin Samuel. Now I know Kevin Samuel kept up a lot of controversy, and a lot of females, particularly, didn't like him because he spoke his mind. You know, in that sense, anybody that speak their mind, you're gonna get flack for it. But the man spoke truth in my opinion, and we just trying to keep his his channel alive. So if you ain't subscribing to the Kevin Samuel channel, go to Kevin Samuels, go to his channels and hit that subscribe button, man. They always got new content up there. I don't know what. I guess he like Tupac. He had a million videos, you know what I'm saying, waiting, and he had it caught ready to go. But today, man, reacting to Kevin Samuels and what did it say? A 32-year-old single mother calls in to discuss dating standards, rankings, and whether it's fair for men to evaluate women the same way women evaluate men. So I already know what it's gonna be about. Like I said, I haven't seen the video. I don't react to videos before, I start recording. Because I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be natural. I want all my reactions to be natural. But it seemed like the young lady, it's just like typical women, they like to call men out for whatever, you know what I'm saying, judge men by their height, by their looks, what have you. But they don't like the same thing being done to them. So I'm guessing this is what's gonna happen in this video right here. But without further ado, y'all know I don't like to do too much talking. I like to get right into the video. But today I feel like I had to explain somewhat of the video, man, and be a little bit more professional with y'all. But without further ado, let's watch the video.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm 31. I would like to get married. Okay. I do have a child, so I do have one count against me.
I thought you were on last show, right?
Yes.
I thought you were earlier. I thought you were married.
No. I was on earlier, the beginning of this show.
Mm-hmm. That's why I make these people do what they make. That's why I make them show their hand before they go home. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I've never been married. I am currently like in a dating field, dating people, meeting people, but hopefully like soon, me and the right one find each other. I do, yes.
Okay. I don't know how I missed it because I thought you said you were married, but okay. You're in Atlanta?
No. Yes.
Okay, so how old is your child?
She is 6. Her name's Kona.
Okay, why didn't you marry the dad?
Me and her dad did not get married because we had a lot of issues dealing with infidelity, lying, cheating, the typical. But
how much lying and cheating were you doing?
I was just about to say that, man. It's always the other person's fault, man. But like I say, I don't know these people. I don't know them, but it's always the other person's fault, though. It's never your fault. Or if it's somewhat your fault, you're not going to tell nothing what you did. Everything going to be on her man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he said it like that.
It wasn't me. It was her dad. We met maybe at like 22. He was 23. So we were very young. And so we did go back and forth at the dating and trying to work it out. But when we got to the last straw, we did have a serious conversation of like, okay, like, how can we make this work? But he really felt like he wanted me to be with someone who wanted the same things that I wanted because he just didn't want the same thing. We just didn't want the same things.
So I got to ask the question then, why have the child?
So that's an interesting story. And you got
to shorten it up though, because this is going to come up over and over again because I think you ladies need to understand.
What's so interesting, I'm waiting to hear this. What's so interesting about the story? Y'all had a child. It's an interesting story. Like, you have a child by having sex unprotected. What's interesting about it? What he just fell on top of you? I'm ready to hear this.
So we were very young while we were together, and we had that puppy love, and we both agreed to make a child.
Hold on. You got pregnant at what age?
23. 23.
You're not young. Young is 14. You're an adult.
Well, yes, absolutely.
So you ladies are going to have to understand that men today are not accepting these things that my generation accepted. They're wanting to know why you didn't marry the father, and they're listening to see what your answers are. And the answers you typically give as women are insufficient. I was young. That automatically cancels most of you out because they're like, she's making excuses. Men want to hear strict accountability. Because what you're really looking for is not a husband. You're looking for a stepfather.
Yeah.
And that's a shitty deal for most men.
God dang, at least you're honest.
All liability, no asset. So I'm gonna be real. You women with children have to overcome a lot. And oversell themselves and make themselves such a good deal that a man needs to take a risk on you. All of you. And I don't think anybody has to just want to tell you guys that up front because it's just politically incorrect.
The step that we both took was very backwards. And I did ask my question of marriage, and he wasn't sure, but he was sure he wanted to have a baby with me. Obviously, that's not the right way to go with it. I learned my lesson.
You didn't get pregnant accidentally? You did it on purpose?
We agreed we wanted to procreate and make a child.
Oh, well,
but for me, my common sense thing was like, well, are we going to get married first? You know?
You're screwed. You're screwed.
But I learned something from that.
I'm just be honest, man. I'm being honest. You're gonna tell some man, oh yeah, I purposely got pregnant outside of marriage. Let me back up. I'm
gonna be honest too, man. To me, you rather at least she straight up, man. At least she didn't, you know what I'm saying, without having sex recklessly. Like, because a lot of babies are being born out of wedlock on accident. Like, dudes just shooting up clubs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Whoever come up pregnant, they come up pregnant. At least both of them had a mutual agreement. You rarely see that. You really rarely see that. Even though they weren't married, it was outside. It was outside. You know what I'm saying? Of marriage. But at least they came to an understanding. They came to a conclusion saying that we want a baby together. It might not have worked out, but at least they had that type of understanding first. You know, the child wasn't no accident. You know, let's carry on.
I'm being a little hyperbolic. Do you want to have any more kids?
I would like to have one more, but if I don't, I will be okay with that. Because kids are a lot of work.
Yep.
Mentally.
So what percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for your entire lifetime?
Honestly, I'm a hard worker. I wouldn't mind working 50-50, but if my husband wanted me to stay at home, be a stay-at-home mom, maybe 20%.
I asked you a specific question.
20%.
You want to just have to be responsible for 20%.
20%.
Yes.
So in other words, you want what most women want, provider.
Don't want to do nothing. Dang, y'all ain't had that. Listen, especially if we talk about, we gonna sit down and have a baby and we really plan this out. Men, don't be scared to ask the relevant questions. You know what I'm saying? The question that's gonna hurt feelings. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be real. It's like getting married and whether we gonna sign a prenup agreement or not. You know what I mean? So we got to be real about this, man. You see what she just said? I wonder, did he know that? You know, men are supposed to be providers. Well, we are naturally providers, and women are supposed to be stay-at-home moms, take care of the household and the kids. That's the traditional way. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll agree on that. This is what I would say. If you my wife, if I'm the breadwinner, the cash cow, and you're gonna let me lead, you're gonna let me provide and lead, like really lead. I don't need no back talk. You know what I mean? I'm handling my part as a man. All I need you to do is take care of my kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And be my wife. That type junk. I don't need you to be back talking me and thinking I'm finna just be taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? But if it's my wife, I have no problem with that. You understand what I'm saying? Especially, I would want you to stay home with our underage child, because these days, man, you cannot trust nobody to keep your child, man, because everybody's impatient and they treat your child like a stepchild, so to speak, man. You can't even take them to daycare. Daycare beating them and spanking them. So I'm just saying, if you my wife, I don't have no problem with being a breadwinner, you know what I'm saying, provider and protecting y'all. I mean, that's my opinion.
They're male.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you got to understand that these men are in short supply. They're limited. And as a woman with a child, who you say I married, I knew full well I was getting pregnant on purpose outside of marriage, a guy's going to have to look at you like you're crazy. Most of them. They may not say it, but they're going to be like,
Yeah.
why'd you do that? Because the kind of man you're talking
I
about.
really thought we was going to get married one day. I really did.
Well, no, but that's not. But that's no. If you really thought you was gonna get married, you should have waited. See, that's what I'm saying.
I should have. I should have.
Well, but see, okay, because the kind of man you're talking about to provide a lifestyle for, because a man would want his own children. How much money do you think that man's going to need to make to provide for a family of 4?
Probably
About 400,000. Probably about 400,000 a year, man. It depends on y'all lifestyle. Depending on, you know what I'm saying, how materialistic him and her. You know what I mean? A man really, you know what I'm saying, he ain't that materialistic like that, man. You know, a man, he hit a lick and he ball out, but for the most part, I don't think men are like, especially when he got a whole family, bro. He gonna in order for him to provide for that family and to make sure that all his assets are there. He gotta watch her too. He gotta watch that money. He gonna be the financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? Versus the woman. So, but it's gonna take 4 people. So I'm taking care of me, the wife, and then 3 kids. Man,
between 80,000 to 100,000 living in Atlanta.
$80,000, man? No.
Oh man.
You know?
No. $80,000.
At least $300,000.
$80,000 is comfortable for one person, for one single adult in Atlanta.
Real. In Atlanta?
For a family of 3 and a wife who's not responsible for more than 10%. Talk about a man making around 300 to 350. So for 2, you're talking $250,000. I mean, let me give you an example. What do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
All right. Whatever you make, he'd have to replace your income. Plus provide for 2 children.
Right.
Mama, would you help?
Which is, you hear the baby in the background. which is, I think on average for each child, it's like 20 grand. So it's like 20 grand a year, 246. So that's already 60. She talking about 80. No, you get way more than that. I said 400,000. To be real with, I said really live comfortable going on vacations and all that. You gotta have like about 400,000, man. You gotta have some money coming in, man. So you gotta know how to invest. You gotta know how to put up. You gotta know how to save, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really know how to manage that money, man.
What your kid doing up at 1 o'clock in the morning?
He's supposed to be asleep.
Mom, I need your help to spell spring gum in my game.
Well, I'm on a phone call. Thank you.
How old is that boy? How old is that boy?
Girl. She's 6.
At 1 o'clock in the morning?
She was supposed to be asleep. She just graduated from kindergarten. I let her stay up late last night, but
okay. All right, okay. I don't know. I'd have been terrified to come to my mama's house, my mama's room at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I can't do what I would like to do right now on camera, but you know.
I'm just saying. If at 1 o'clock in the morning, I would have been making no noise
He
because
can
I'd be
hear
like,
you.
"Oh
Go
my
to
God,
bed.
she can't
You're
know that I'm
embarrassing
awake."
mom. Go to bed now.
Mommy, I need you to spell something. Can you spell? I need to go to my friend's.
Kevin doing the same thing I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. And then, like, if she was on the phone with a man, like, you know what I'm saying, they get to know each other, she gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, involve that kid into that conversation, just like she doing right now. She ain't just gonna like, hey, what I say? Go in there and look, I'm on the phone. Go in there and lay down, like, no, so she's not gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? I think she gonna really slick try to see what you gonna say about that child. You know what I'm saying? See if you gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, gullible about the situation. Like, oh, can I see her? Is she cute? Is she cutie? You know what I'm saying? To see if goddamn, you know what I'm saying, you accepting to the child. You feel what I'm saying? Even though you already said I got a child. They be slick, man. Look at them.
Get it under control, Mama. It's
That's
not
what
a
I'm
good
saying.
look.
No, not a good
And
look,
then-
Kona. Go in the room.
Please spell it.
Do you want to see your friend tomorrow?
I do.
Okay, go in the room.
No, I spell.
She's 6.
All right, I'm gonna use this as a teaching lesson. Okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
Your 6-year-old has no fear of you.
Yeah.
So
At times.
no, just listen, man. I just need you. There's no way in hell I would have got up at 1 o'clock in the morning as a child and let my mother know I was even awake, because I know I'd be in trouble. Much less come into the room unannounced, start making demands, and then when told to go do something, back talk.
I'm working on that. I'm working on
So
that.
I need you, and this is what I mean. You ladies need to understand. That's your child. That a man coming into that would have no authority, no more authority than you do. That's why most men are like, I'm not gonna do that. She can't get that thing under control. And I get it. You're on camera, this and
I'm
that.
trying.
But what I'm saying,
I know.
but okay, what am I saying?
You saying when the last time she got popped? Without saying it, when y'all started popping her?
You're asking me what are you saying?
Yeah, because I keep trying to say what I'm saying. You keep saying,
Basically,
you know.
Basically, like if a man will have to come into the situation and have to he won't really have a lot of say over her. I would allow him to have say over that because he would be a parent in the household, but it would be a lot to come into. Now, her father is still in her life. He spends time with her. He gets his visitation, sees her every week, both grandparents on both sides, but it would be considered a little bit of a baggage to come into.
A little bit?
A little bit. Man, I gotta deal with this little child talking back to me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have her way. She already don't really respect what you talking about. She doggone sure ain't gonna be respecting me. And you know, if they don't like you, they get real disrespectful. Go to throwing stuff, just acting out every time I'm here, want all the attention. You feel what I'm saying? They do a lot, man. And yeah, like men, a lot of men not gonna want to deal with that, man. And a treacherous man, he gonna want to get inside your drawers, and when he get inside your drawers, it's deuces. He already know once you see that child acting how he might accept the child. Then when he see how that child act, if that child act down, and like, damn, man, I can't never. Every time I come over, this child disrespectful. He already know in his head what he gonna do. I'm gonna just hit, and I'm gonna be out the door. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man. So I remember when I did that before and took on 2 other children. I had a girlfriend and she had 2 kids before I got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And my mama used to be messing with me talking about you got a ready-made family and all type of junk, man. You know what I'm saying? She just get mad and say stuff like that. My mama used to get mad at me for whatever reason. And used to just speak her mind like that. It's ready-made family. That's how my mama is. Slick mouth. But So you're right though, man. Know what I'm saying? I ain't wanna you don't want to put yourself in that position, man. You want a child with you want your child to be the only child. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Nowadays, bro, like if you're gonna have a child with somebody, man, stay with your baby mama. Get inside her middle first before you get stuck, because you're not gonna want to stay with her. You know what I'm saying? His bomb is always going off. It's always Hiroshima. So definitely, y'all gotta get inside. Y'all gotta get to know the person.
No, a lot.
A lot, because he has a choice.
This is why I need you
either
ladies to
come into it or
understand.
not.
I need you ladies to understand that your children are your children, but a man, that is a liability, because I'm listening at it from a man's side, and I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, why is this kid up at 1 o'clock in the morning? Why is this kid making this? And why are you negotiating? Why don't you? Why does this kid even feel like he should be able to talk to you at 1 o'clock in the morning without the fear of God fire being slapped out of their mouth? Why are they talking back? And then why don't they walk out pouting without? It's like, that's how men think. We are disciplined.
I'm working on that. I'll be honest with you. I don't let her run.
You stay on the phone. I bet if she stay on that phone long enough, that baby gonna be right back in that dorm room. If she don't, she gonna be running by the hallway trying to get attention.
How it's, if you have kids, you understand. Like, I'm working with
my daughter didn't do that.
It's an everyday thing.
No, I understand that my daughter didn't do that. Not with me. She did it with her mom. She did it with me. She didn't do it when that didn't happen, because
and I always think about
it's
that.
Different, and it's different because I said a teaching moment, and that's what I'm saying. You may not like how I'm saying it, and you're saying I'm working on it, whatever. But what I'm saying is, I'm a man in the public, and I'm telling you, men are auditioning for stepfathers, and if that's what's already going on, it's like, okay, cool, we can kick it. But most people aren't going to want to even deal with that. That's why most men just go with a woman with no kids, because that's not even in there. Working on it, not working on it, your best efforts, whatever. Like you said, her father's in her life. That's another man a man has to deal with.
Yeah.
I've had to deal with another man regarding the kid.
See, they be thinking, because they say that, well, I don't need to be a stepdaddy because her daddy in their life. That's just another challenge for the man. Another man that I got to be seeing come around, you know what I'm saying, all the time, really. You feel what I'm saying? And if you got a bad kid, and I chastise that kid, she gonna go tell her daddy, it's something gonna come up, bro. It's just too much. It's too much, man. And we don't be having time for that, bro. Just like women don't be having time for that too. I wouldn't want to put a woman in that position if I got a toxic baby mama and I'm trying to find another woman to settle down with, but I know I got this toxicity going on my dog phone. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to get it together.
And it's not a good thing. I don't think you ladies understand how much you're asking for most men. That's why I'm not marrying the man you have a baby with. Is so problematic.
Trust me, we really tried, and it just wasn't going to work.
Okay, so let's keep on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have to pay more than 20% of the bills. You're still going to be looking for a man that's earning the top 10% of earners. No matter how we slice it, you're still looking for the top 10% of men.
I would be okay with paying 50-50, like doing that. But if he is someone that wanted me to stay home with the kids, cool. Now, okay. My industry that I'm in.
Yeah, but paying 50-50. But what does the average black man make in America?
Like, I think between like 40 or 50,000, I believe. I heard you say before.
That's a big range. What do you think it is?
I would think it's 40. If I look at my father or the men that I know.
40,500. Do you make more than that?
I'm around 40.
All right. So you guys, if you're both earning that.
80 grand. That's like he say, that's enough for one person, bro. Like 80 grand a year.
You both have to work. And then another kid come into that. I would say that it'll be more likely to get a guy who's 50-50, because higher earning men just have standards. They have standards they're not going to budge on. Now, when it comes to marriage, there's a lot of stuff men will say to date and to have sex. When it comes to wives, It's pretty strict.
And I'm not saying I'm going for a high value man per se, but you know.
I get it. But what I'm saying is that, have you ever dated you know, I would just say that you probably have better luck with somebody who's going to be more flexible on household standards. High earners, high achievers, guys who are making $70,000, $80,000 a year, they know they're in the top 15% of men. They know that, and they can actually, they have their pick. And here's the reality: just like a woman who's 25 years old, who's hot, attractive, has her pick of the litter of men. Men who are in the top earners have their pick of the litter of women. So
absolutely.
I would just say,
I guess more of my question is like, how do I go about in the dating scene? Like,
well,
I guess
I was
I'm
about to get
considered
to
being in the danger zone.
How you go about that is you have to, the first thing you're going to have to explain is how your child is not going to be a liability to any man. That's why I focus so much on what happened with your daughter. You got to be able to explain why that is.
It was just like, she came in here, I said,
but that's the reality.
God.
Okay. And my actual answer, ma'am, is that won't work with a man, the kind of man I'm talking about, high value or average, that won't work. You got to get that. It could be somebody, a man's wife. The kind of man we're talking about. I'm even talking about average earning men. Because
yeah, I hear that. Is that me or that's a video?
Yeah.
Volume went down.
You have to get that under control. And it can't be something you're working on. Great. When it's worked out, then get.
That's a video, I think.
Get back out into the dating market.
The volume, I think, went down.
Okay.
Hello.
For some reason.
Yeah, that's a video. I'm like, I know I ain't slipping like that, messing my video up. Get it right, little mama.
I'm still. The volume went down.
It changed to your MacBook, I think. I can hear you, but it's very faint.
Don't know what's going on.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
What I'm saying is ultimately, man, it could be something you're working on, but that needs to be addressed. Your house with your daughter is gonna have to be stable and under control for the kind of men I'm talking about. That's first before her stepfather. Because I'm just.
Because you gotta think, like, especially if you a man that's making anybody that's making like, say like he was making like $300,000 a year. That person is focused, man. Like that person is focused. That's a lot of money a year. So I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just speak for me. If I don't listen, I ain't making that much. But how I made it, listen, I ain't making 300,000, but I'm good. So it's like, we need peace, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna want peace. You don't need then if you're gonna choose to be with somebody, man, you gotta choose wisely. You gotta make sure that person gonna bring something to the table while you doing this, man. That person definitely not gonna take from you, like by hindering you from making you know what I'm saying, miss appointments. You know what I'm saying? You coming to work, or you doing what you doing before you got with this person, and you got headaches doing it now. Like, you got this going on in your head. It ain't no peace. Bombs going off. So, you know what I'm saying, man, before I got with you, I was good over here, man. I'm managing everything I need to manage. All my duck is in the bucket. I'm crossing all my T's. I'm dotting all my I's. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no distraction nowhere. Just, you feel what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta choose wisely, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something going. Like a lot of female, if a female don't got nothing going, like even if you want her to stay home, she gonna get bored. So she might get naggy, especially if she don't got no friends. She gonna want you to be around more. Then she gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm doing this all by myself, taking care of these kids and whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? Why you gotta choose wildly, man?
Even what I hear from most men, But
Right.
and that may not be what you want to hear, but
No,
that's
no,
that,
I'm listening. I'm taking notes, you know. I've
so.
dated and been dating, but when it comes down to like when we have that first date or second date, it's like, what are you looking for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, are they really ready looking for marriage? And some of them weren't, some of them were, but you
Right.
know, we dated for a couple times and it's just, you know, I get that it's not about
Do,
love all the
do,
time,
no,
but
do you date men with children?
I do.
Yeah. I would say that would be the first thing you want to start doing is dealing with men with kids. Because men with kids tend to be a little bit more
Flexible.
mm-hmm, a little more
Yeah,
flexible, more realistic. But yeah. All right, all the best, man.
absolutely.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Have a good one.
The call is over.
Yeah, man. So that what Kevin's saying, you man. You feel what I'm saying? What y'all think about that situation, man? Have y'all ever been men? Have you ever dated someone with kids? Tried to make a, you know what I'm saying, make a relationship work out, and this female had children, and it just went left, or vice versa? Or did it go right? Are you doing it right now? How is it going, man? Let us men know if it's going right. Give us some pointers for the men that's dating a woman that has kids and he going through, you know what I'm saying, HE double L. If you doing the same thing and you making it work, comment on it, man, and all I'm saying, so these men can know what to do, you know what I'm saying, know how to handle this situation, man. But I would say, don't even put yourself in them situations, man. I say, don't even put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? If you got peace, keep your peace, man. Keep your peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Until you find that right one that you want to spend the rest of your life with, man. If you're ready for that. If you're ready to spend the rest of your life with anybody, male or female, just make sure that that's the one for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Pray on it. Let God bring them to you. Let God bring her to you. Or something, man, because we make all the wrong decisions by ourselves. So, but you can do anything through Christ Jesus that strengthens you. Remember that. Till the next time, man, this is your boy Hot with another hot reaction. All my hot boys and hot girls, y'all stay safe out there, man. Subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think about the videos. If you think I should do something different, tell me about it, man. Talk to each other in the comments. Till the next time, man. Be out.